in Maryland. Nice early in the morning at the moment. It's kind of dark outside my windows. You might be able to see 7 a.m. here on a Monday morning. And today's class is a Yin Vinyasa class, and it'll go for about 50 minutes. And Yin Vinyasa is kind of what I think of as the best of both worlds. So the first half of the class is a Vinyasa-based class. It's a Vinyasa that we'll start with that'll be very slow moving, hey Asia, and very slow moving and grounding. So it's not meant to be a Vinyasa where we're jumping around a lot and doing different things, but rather where we're kind of moving, getting our bodies connected and rooted and awake. So some of those poses might feel really strong. You might get a little bit sweaty, and all that's on purpose. And then the second half will be geared towards like poses that are on the ground that are very kind of soothing and calming. At the same time, they'll be kind of deep therapeutic stretches of the body. So whatever time of day that you're doing this, you'll leave hopefully feeling kind of grounded and rooted, yet also awake and open at the same time. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing I do recommend, since most of you are doing this at home, I do recommend getting a blanket that we'll use a little bit later. So just any blanket, doesn't have to be like a yoga Mexican blanket that most people have in classes. It can be any blanket that's in your house. That'll just be used for you to sit on, and also for you to put over your body in Shavasana, just to be nice and warm. All right, here we go. So the first pose that we will start with is just a good standard child's pose, nothing too fancy. So knees come out wide toward the edges of your mat, big toes touch. Your hips go towards your heels and stretch your arms out nice and long. Now, as you're here, allow your forehead center to drop to the floor. Welcome if you're just joining. And allow your elbows to fall to the floor as well. In your child's pose, just drum your fingers out a little bit so that you can feel them kind of just move and ease up. There's no tension, and then release your fingers. And you'll stay here for a couple of more breaths, even though I'm gonna move a little bit. And I see some faces joining in. If you are, welcome, welcome. There should be a button for mute that you can mute yourself. And also you can stay on video or you don't have to. I can't really see you from back here anyway. I see some faces, but that's up to you whether or not you're on video. So finding child's pose, just take a deep breath in your child's pose. And when you exhale, feel the weight of your body rest and fall towards the floor. And then come forward onto your hands and knees, but take your time. Shoulders over your wrists, knees right underneath your hips. And on your inhale, take your right leg back onto the floor so that your toes are curled under. And then using your right glute muscles, pull your leg up to hip height. Yeah, and you'll get to some activation there, some firing up. Lean into your right hand, bring your left arm forward as well. Hug your core muscles in and hug them up. And grip the mat slightly with your fingertips and hold right there for 3. Lengthen your neck for 2. At the same time, lower your hand and your knee to touch the mat. Try to get them to touch equally, simultaneously. Nice. Left toes back on the floor behind you. Straighten your leg a lot. Lengthen through your spine and neck. And then draw your leg up to hip height in that direction, firing up your glute and your hamstring. Nice, guys. Then lean into your left hand a bit more. Extend your right arm forward towards the front of the room. Keep your eyes slightly down in front of your yoga mat. Keep your neck long. Breathe and hug your core muscles in and up for 3. Breathe and hold for 2. Then here's the trick. Lower your hand and knee at the same time, getting control, control, control. Nice. Stay on your knees. Push your hips back just an inch. Crawl your arms forward for puppy pose. Just like child's pose, you release your forehead to the ground. The main difference between this and child's is that your hips are up in the air. Let's take a couple of breaths together. So inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do that a couple of times on your own. Breathe in and out for that 4 count. This is going to stretch your shoulders. It'll lengthen your spine. Keep holding here and breathing. Take one final breath. Nice, guys. And then take your time to get to downward facing dog whenever you're done with that breath. Downward dog, press it up and press it back. Good. And you hold here in your downward facing dog. I'm just gonna play with the settings for a moment. So move around in your downward facing dog. Nice. Nice, guys, good. Pedal your knees, you're kind of moving back and forth, bending a knee, bending the other knee. Awesome, good. And also just check on your phone. I was trying to just mute everyone so it was easier for you. But go ahead and just check on your phone that you're muted or your computer. There should be a button there. Good, you've just got about 3 more breaths in downward dog. I haven't forgotten about you as I'm moving things around. Hey Lou, good morning. Good. All right, guys, now from your downward facing dog, I want you to lift your right leg high to the sky. Nice. All right, perfect. So 3-legged down dog, right leg up into the air, hold, spread your toes nice and big, awaken your body, your hamstrings. Go a little bit higher, inhale, breath. And then drop your right leg down, exhale, breath, nice. Left side, left leg comes up towards the ceiling. Stretch your leg back, press your right heel down towards the floor, and then lift up, up, up with your left leg. Nice stretch, reach backward, open and expand, and take a deep breath into all of that. Nice, drop your leg down to the ground, good. We'll do some plank waves. So inhale, forward to plank pose, shoulders over your wrists. Nice. Exhale, downward dog, go up and back. We're gonna do that a couple more times. This is all about your breath here. Inhale, forward to plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe it out. Inhale, forward to plank. Nice long breaths. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, forward to plank. Nice, this time hold in your plank pose, stay here. Modification is to drop one knee at a time, or both knees. Good, hold and press the floor up and away from you. Lengthen your neck to look in front of the mat and bring your whole spine into alignment. Breathe here, a little awakening for your day. For 4, for 3, press away from the ground. It's just one more breath, which I know you can do. And then your slowest transition to downward dog. Take about 5 seconds to get there. If you're already there, come back to plank and then go slower again. So easy to rush doing everything else in life. Yoga is a time where we can empty, where we can reset just by slowing down a little bit, having some awareness to how we move. And walk your feet to your hands, take your time with that awareness that I just mentioned. Noticing your steps, being kind to your body in the process. Bring your feet about hip distance apart, so they're about 2 fist width distance, you can measure. Bend your knees a little bit, hold on to your elbows, ragdoll pose. It's a great stretch for your hamstrings and for your back muscles. And also for the back of your neck, so feel free to let your head hang. Give it a little bit of movement. Nice, guys. Take a couple of more breaths here. And as you breathe, notice your feet. Inhale, lift and spread your toes. Exhale, and then soften your toes to the ground. And lower your hands down to the mat. Keep your feet apart and bring your right hand towards the floor in between your feet, but about 8 inches forward, or to the outside of your right leg if you can't reach the floor. Good, right hand to the floor, outside your leg, left arm comes up, right knee bends, and you're gonna open and twist to the side. If you have a block in your home or anything else, you can put that under your right hand. Good, take a deep breath in with your left leg straight, right knee bent. Exhale, switch, other side, left hand down, left knee bent, right arm comes up to the sky, stretch and lengthen, 3. Open up through your hips, your right hip, through your arms. And then one more time, switch, right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Rotate, open, good morning, lengthen, expand. And then other side, last time. Inhale, breathe, 3. Reach up through your fingertips, 2. Hands to the ground, head releases for the moment. Bend your knees generously and come up to standing. Let your arms float or walk your hands up your thighs. Arms up overhead, take a full breath in. Hands at chest center, exhale. Good, I love starting this class with a lunging flow, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Arms up overhead, inhale, breath. Forward fold, exhale, let the weight of your head drop, let your hands drop too. And then halfway lift, bring your your hands to your shins, and send your chest forward towards the wall that you're looking at, or whatever is in front of you. Take a deep inhale breath. Step your right foot all the way back, lower your knee to the floor. Point your back toes, lift your arms up and overhead. Now today, make goalpost arms, so you bend your elbows wide, bring your hands back, your arm bones back, push your chest up and back for 3, expand to the front of your body, lift your chin for 2, good. Inhale your arms up overhead, exhale your hands to the ground, plank pose, step all the way back. So this is the part of the practice that's meant to get you warm. We're gonna do this several times moving. This is just 1 of 4 times. Lower your knees to the mat, your chest to the mat, and your chin so that your hips are up in the air still. And then snake your legs back and your upper body forward to come into baby cobra all the way on the ground. Hips are down. Slightly use your hands, but not much. You can even check just by lifting them up. Slight pressure beneath your fingertips, shoulder blades, hug them back and draw them down away from your ears. Take an inhale. Down dog pose. Exhale, go all the way back. Use your knees, or you can go through a push-up. Take your right leg to the sky as you inhale breath. Reach back through your toes just like you did before. And step your right foot all the way to your hands. If it didn't get there, give it an extra little nudge. Lower your back knee. Point your back toes. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And bend your arms like a goalpost. And then before you go back with your chest, go back with your arms. Good. Lift your chest upright. Keep your hands and arms going back. Lift your chin. Reach up with your chest. 3. Look back with your eyes. 2. Inhale your arms up. Pull your core back in. Hands to the ground. Curl your back toes. And as lightly as you can, step to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale, hands on your shins. Forward fold. Exhale your head down. Bend your knees. Come all the way up to standing. Inhale, breath. Hands at chest center. Exhale. It's meant to get your heart rate up just a little bit. Inhale, arms overhead. Round 2, forward fold. Exhale. Release, stretch. Halfway lift. Hands on your shins again. Chest forward. Stay here. Take one more breath. Lengthen your spine. Left foot all the way back. Drop your hands first to help you with that transition. Knee down. Point your back toes. Arms up. Inhale. Goalpost arms. And first, take your arms back. Lift your chest. Now this time, move your hips a little bit more forward and down. Getting that hip flexor stretch on your left side. Hold here. Look back for 3. Arms go back. Chest is high for 2. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, plank pose. Step all the way back. Look at your fingertips. Check that they're turning white. You want to grip the mat with your hands, with your fingers to protect your wrists. Nice. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower your chest between your hands and your chin so your butt is up in the air. This is a good little back bend for your low spine. Drop your hips, lift your chest, come into a baby cobra pose. Breathe for 3. Now use your hands a little bit more to come higher, only if you want. You can stay low. Good. Downward facing dog through a push-up or by using your knees. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Stretch and reach through your toes. Good. Take one more breath here. Inhale together. Step your foot between your hands. Exhale, back knee down. If it didn't make it, just give it an extra little hand. Good. Arms up overhead. Goalpost arms. Exhale here. Good. Move your hips down again. Arm bones come back. Lift your chest. See more of the ceiling than you have before. Breathe for 3. Keep going and opening for 2. Inhale your arms up to center. Hands down. Curl your back toes. Step forward. Half lift. Inhale, breath. Hands on your shins. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale to standing Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to Anjali Mudra, which is at your chest center. Good. 2 more times, a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Again, we're getting warm here, warming the body. Half lift. Inhale. Right foot back. Exhale, knee down. Arms up. Inhale, breath. Goalpost arms. Exhale. Nice, guys. Inhale, lift your chest. Go back for 3. Go back for 2. Inhale, arms up. Hands down, plank pose. Exhale. Nice. Breathe in once. On your exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Snake into low cobra on the ground. Cobra, arms a little straighter, or an upward facing dog with your thighs lifted, hips a little closer to your hands. Good. Downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Right leg to the sky, inhale, breath. Step your foot to your hands, exhale, back knee to the floor. Arms up, breathe in. Goalpost out, exhale. Good, expand, lift, go back. 3, see more of the ceiling like you did before. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands down, curl your back toes, step forward, halfway lift. Inhale, fold, and exhale. Inhale to standing, arms come high. Hands at chest center. Good. One last time. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Left foot back. Exhale. This is a flow. Knee down. Arms up. Inhale. Goalpost. Exhale. Inhale. Lift your chest. Exhale. Go back. Go back. Good. Inhale. Arms up. Hands down, plank pose, exhale. Hold for one breath in. Knees, chest, and chin as you lower down to the ground. Good. Baby cobra, cobra, or upward dog. Hold. Take one breath in. Downward dog. Exhale that out. Nice. Left leg high. This is it. Inhale. Step your foot to your hands. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Goalpost arms, exhale. Good. Arms back. Lift your chest. Breathe. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Arms up. Breathe in. Hands down. Exhale. Step forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold and exhale. Inhale to standing. Go up. Open. Go back. Hands at chest center. Good. Close your eyes. Be as still as you can. You can move your shirt or your hair in 3 breaths. Just be as still as you can. Take it in. Awesome, you guys. Good. Let's add in some of our standing poses. Arms up overhead. Full breath in. Forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Good. Halfway lift to lengthen your back. Now step both feet back for plank pose. Nice. Good. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Exhale to go there. Just like before, take your right leg up to the sky. This time, turn your right toes to the right wall. Then lift your leg up higher and now bend your knee so that your hips are turning to the side. On your inhale, allow your right knee to go up as if it's the highest point on your body. Maybe it is. Press evenly into both hands. Straighten your right leg and step your right foot to your hands just like we did before. This time, ground your back foot, warrior 2. Line front heel to back heel. Reach your arms out nice and long to about shoulder height. Good. Now together, just inhale, straighten your leg, reach your arms up overhead. And on your exhale, go a little bit deeper into your warrior 2 than you just were when you started. Nice low lunge through your legs. Full expansive reach through your arms. Look forward over your right hand. Hold for 3. Building strength in your mind, body through this hold. Turn your right palm up. Reverse your warrior back. Nice full reach. Bring your eyes to follow your top hand. If you can, go back just a hair more. Lengthen through your side and then extended side angle with your forearm to your thigh. Let's start there. Top arm is forward out in front of you. So if you look up, you could smooch your bicep. Good. Stay here, or your right hand can go to your inner calf, inner shin, or inner ankle, or to the floor. If you have a block, you can use a block too. Take your top arm up and behind your back as if you're gonna bind, half bind, to reach towards your thigh. That's a big reach, so that's okay to just keep your hand behind your back without touching your thigh. Good, hold for one more breath. And then come all the way up to standing from here. Straighten your leg, release your arms. Turn to face the left side of your mat. So all 10 toes face the side. Hands to your hips, lift your chest up. Exhale, forward fold into a wide-legged fold. I've got to move my mat back. I'm slowly creeping forward towards you. There you go. Good. In your forward fold, come to a halfway lift. If the floor is too far from you, bring your hands to blocks. Turn your back toes out about halfway on a 45 angle, your left toes. And then side lunge towards your left leg. Right leg is straight. And check that your knee is not going forward over your toes. Bring it back, bring your hips back, lengthen. Get a good stretch through your inner hips here. Good, breathe for 3. If you want, hands can come to chest center. Good. With your hands or without your hands, you're gonna inhale up towards center, exhale other side. So right toes out about halfway. Left toes have changed to face the side of your mat. Keep your hips going back, hold here or hands at chest center. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2, nice. Bring your hands down to the ground, come back to center, take an inhale here. Just forward fold for 3. Come into a halfway lift. You guys getting a little warmer. Bend your knees, come all the way up to standing. I'm getting a little bit sweaty over here. Turn your toes out to about halfway or all the way towards the front of your mat, and then left toes towards the back of your mat into this kind of goddess pose here. Your toes turn out as wide as you can. Allow your knees to be in the same line as your toes. If your knees are caving in, turn your toes in more. Sit nice and low. Hands to your thighs to support you at first. Good. Chest up, and then arms up like those goalposts that we did earlier. Ha, full goddess pose. Stay low. This is opening your inner hips, strengthening your hips. Hold for 3. Breathe for 2, and then say one more full breath. Straighten your legs. Exhale, nice. Turn your right toes to face the front, hands to the ground, downward dog, go all the way back. Exhale. Nice, guys. Left leg up to the sky. Turn your left toes to the left wall. Lift your leg a little bit higher. Bend your knee. Turn your hips to the left, with your left knee being the highest point of your body if possible. Press into both hands evenly. Both arms are straight. Press. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, step your left foot to your hands. Good, ground your back foot. Warrior 2 pose. I'm going to turn and face you. You stay where you are. Inhale, straighten your leg. Reach your arms up, up, up. Exhale, go deeper into your warrior 2 now. Settle in low into your legs. Good. Look forward over your left hand. That's a practice of drishti, of your gaze, to help bring your mind from distraction to direction. Reverse your warrior back. Reach, follow your top hand with your eyes. 3, 2, and then extended side angle. Using your forearm first to your thigh, right arm forward out in front of you. Roll your top rib cage back, and if you want to, your bottom hand can go inner leg, inner ankle, or to the floor, which is a pretty deep stretch, so go slow, be kind to your body. Reach your top arm behind your back, as if you can try to grab your left thigh. Maybe you do. Maybe your hand's just hanging there. Regardless, take your right shoulder back, back, back for 3. Breathe for 2. Come all the way up to standing. Face the side of your mat. This time, no forward fold, but a nice goddess pose. So turn your toes out again. This is the vinyasa part of the class, the part that's supposed to get us warm and heated. So this is purposeful. This is hard, good. Stay there. This is where the growth happens. Arms up at goalposts if they're not there yet. Sink low, chest high. And you're here for 10, guys, and I'm here with you. Normally when I'm teaching, I'm walking around the room and winking at you as you suffer. No, I'm kidding, but not really. But right now, we're in it together. I can still talk and count, I think. We're at 5. 4. 3, this is not seconds, this is breaths. 2, stay here, 1 breath longer than you want to. And then stand all the way up with your shaking thighs. turn to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Exhale, go back, back, back. Nice, everyone. Take a deep breath in, open your mouth, and exhale it all the way out. Good, just 2 more standing poses. Step your right foot to your hands. Twist with your right arm to the sky. Open and lengthen. Your right hip is going to want to lift up a lot. Keep it as even with your left as you can. Keep your back leg straight and strong. Modification is to lower the knee. Full breath in. Hands down to the ground. Full breath out. Nice. Crescent lunge, arms up overhead. Bend the front knee. For support, hands to the front thigh or knee to the ground. Good. Breathe here. Nice low bend. If you want, you can straighten the leg and then go lower to your lunge. Go up, open your chest, go back and look up, challenge your balance, strengthen your hips here by opening up. Embrace the wobbles. Hands to the ground. Woo! Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Just that on the left side and then we hit the floor. Left leg up, inhale. Step your foot to your hands, exhale. Good, twist to the left, back leg is straight. Look up towards your top thumb. So maybe your thumb gets blurry in your vision as you look past your top thumb now, past it. Hands to the floor. Bend your left knee a lot. Slowly lift up, slowly, slowly, slowly. Crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Get modification, back knee to the floor for more support. Breathe in. Exhale, go nice and low in your lunge. Lift your eyes. Embrace the wobbles as you go up and go back. If you fall, fine. You get back up and keep breathing. Meet us here for 3. Open for 2. Down dog. Exhale. All the way back. Nice, guys. This is where we get to the yin part. We start to slow down a little bit with long holds of stretchy poses. The first one is step your right foot outside your right hand and lower your back knee. It's called a dragon's lunge. So if you know where you're going, go ahead and go there without needing me to cue it. But you're going to turn your right toes out about halfway. I'm going to do it on the other side so you can see. Lunge your hips low. Nice. And then you're going to roll your your right hip out to the right so you can see the bottom of your foot. Stay here on your hands, or if you like, lower to your forearms. Lower to your forearms. That's a big stretch. You can also drop your hands to blocks, your forearms to blocks if you have them, or any other prop. And allow your head to hang. You'll likely be feeling this in your either outer or inner right hip. Maybe even the front of your left hip a little bit. But it's just that, it's a hip opening pose to unlock the tension in our body. Without even trying, we can create tension in our body. But we have to do the work to release it. We have to do the work to lengthen, to open. That doesn't come naturally without trying. And that's what we're here doing for the next 20 seconds. Holding this pose. And as you're holding, take a deep breath, and when you exhale, let your body fall into the pose. One more breath. Nice, you guys. Bring your hands to the ground if they're not there yet. Nice. Bring your foot to the middle of your yoga mat. And then step back, downward facing dog. Let's go to the other side. Lift your left leg up nice and high. Step your left foot all the way to your hands. I'm going to do my right side now, since I just did my left for you. You're going to take your right foot towards the edge of your yoga mat, or your left foot, excuse me, towards the edge of your mat. Turn your left toes out to about 10 o'clock now. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot so you can see the sole of your foot. Your left knee will fall to the left. You can stay up on your hands. This is a great place to be for this time. I already feel a lot here. In the morning, obviously, we're typically a little bit tighter because our muscles haven't moved around much yet. Maybe some of you, for this 7 o'clock live class, rolled out of bed, which is great. I highly recommend doing that next week too. In the evening, we're a little bit more pliable, so we can kind of go into these deeper poses more quickly. To listen to your body rather than thinking what you've done before and going there. Just listen to your body and go there based on where you are now. Allow your head to fall if that's comfortable for you. And for the next 15 seconds, have a steady breath. So try to have your inhales and exhales be the same length. Beautiful. Walk your hands up if you're not on your hands yet. Good. You can either step back from here or move your foot to the middle and then step back to tabletop pose to downward facing dog. Drop your knees to the mat. For my favorite, toe squat. So if you know this pose, go ahead there. You don't have to wait. But what we're going to do is literally kind of squat on our toes. You're going to curl your toes under. Make sure you get your pinkies under and have your hips go to your heels. For some of you, that might be really easy. For others, you might kind of be floating. So rather than floating and putting that weight on your knee joint, get a block. Or this is where your blanket comes in handy. So you can get any blanket from your house. I know that might mean you've got to stand up. You can kind of roll that up and put that on your heels so you can sit back on it. Cushion, anything works. Once you're there, just again, double check that your pinkies are curled under as well. And we're stretching the bottoms of your feet here. If this is not good for your toes because you know you have some type of injury that you're healing from, then you're just going to point your feet and sit down. Otherwise, stay here. You've got another minute and a half, which is a long time. So if at any point this feels like too much, which it might now, come up onto your knees. Relieve the pressure, or come up onto your hands like a table, but keep your toes curled under the whole time. Use that break for as long as you need and then come back, toes stay curled the whole time. Allow your palms to rest to your thighs. Keep your spine tall and your neck long. And use that break when you need by coming forward to your hands. You may do that multiple times. Come back here. Settle in when you're ready. For the last minute, we're going to do Hasta Bandha, which is interlocking your fingers and bringing your arms up and overhead with your palms to the ceiling. If it's too much, you can interlock and have your palms right out in front of you. So palms either straight up to the ceiling with your hands interlaced, or your palms right out in front of you if that's better for your shoulders. If you're in Hasta Bandha, go up. Lengthen through the sides of your waist. Lift your shoulder blades. You might even kind of wiggle a little bit so you get a little taller. Even breaths in. Even breaths out. "15 more seconds. Find a state of ease, even if it's just in your pinky. One more breath here. Exhale out. Lower your hands first. Keep your toes curled under. But now very slowly, remove what you're sitting on. Lean to your hands. And then 1 foot at a time, point your toes back. It might feel like your feet won't ever be normal again, but they will. Sit back onto your heels again, using your prop or not. And then bring your hands behind you. This is a counter stretch for your ankles. Lift your chest upward, lean back. If you have your heels to your hips, you might be able to lift your knees off the mat and get a slightly deeper stretch of your ankles if you like, for 3, for 2. Nice, guys. Downward facing dog again. Come all the way back. Nice big exhale. You just got 1 more of these downward dogs. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Stretch, open, 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 a little bit further. And come into half pigeon. Bring your right shin parallel towards the front of your mat, as parallel as you can make it. Slide your left leg back nice and far. And then let the weight of your body fall towards the ground. Let your forehead come into your hands or the backs of your arms, like a little pillow. If that's too low, grab your prop again, your blanket or your block. You can let your forehead fall to that, or it can just float. We'll be here for 1 more minute from this point, just allowing your body to rest and to surrender. Soften as much as possible. Hold on to nothing. Drum your fingers out. Check that they're easy and relaxed, and then let them soften. Even though the sensation in your hips might be a lot, see if you can melt into it as if you're in full acceptance of this moment. With 1 more breath. Last downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. Move nice and steady. And then your left leg up nice and high. Lift it up, maybe a little higher, reach, inhale, and half pigeon as you exhale. Left shin towards the front of your mat. Slide your right leg back as far as you can. Point your right toes. As you lower, make a spot for your head to relax. If it's okay, allow your forehead center to release. Otherwise, just let your head float. You'll be here just letting time pass as you melt into the floor. This is our yin phase of the practice. And by yin, I don't mean standard yin yoga. In yin yoga, you hold these poses far longer than we're holding them. But these are yin-like poses, poses that are cooling. Versus yang poses like we did earlier that are heating. These are poses that are meant to be more quiet. They're slow. They're introspective in nature. So allow your body to soften for these next few breaths. Nice. One more breath. And you're going to come up onto your hands, fall to your left hip so that you can swing both of your legs around, out in front of you. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Baddha Kona, which you might also know as like a butterfly pose when you're a kid. I'm going to turn and face you. You can stay as you are. So soles of your feet touch, knees go out wide. You're going to lift your chest up and then take a fold towards your legs. And for today, you want your feet to go a little bit further to the front. So if you were going to imagine that your forehead center could touch your feet would be right there to catch your forehead. So try to line your feet to that positioning. And just allow your back muscles to stretch as you fold forward. Allow gravity to help as your hips open. Start to feel your body cooling down, rebalancing, resetting. And as you're here for the next several breaths, ask yourself, especially if, since this is the morning that we're filming this, ask yourself, what do I want to bring forward to my day? What do I want to bring forward to my day? It could be something as general as ease or relaxation or sitting upright. It could be having, more specifically, something about a meeting that you have, or a specific action. Just imagine yourself bringing that goodness and that thing to your day today. And let your body relax into it as if it's already happening. Good, and then lift your chest all the way up. Nice. Swing your legs around in front of you, or I'm going to. You can just come onto your back from where you are. Pull both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little roll back and forth. And pull your right knee into your chest. Lower your left leg down to the ground. And then a spinal twist. Move your hips to the right. Cross your right leg over your body to the left and reach out arm to arm. Just for about 3 breaths. Let your body and your shoulders rest. Come on to your back. Other side, left knee towards your left shoulder. Lengthen your right leg to the floor. Pull in and breathe here first. Scoot your hips to the left. Cross your left leg over your body and reach out arm to arm. One more breath. Nice, guys. Come on to your back. And then a happy baby. Last pose before our final rest. Hold on to your feet and on the pinky toe side, if you like that. And then press into your feet as if your knees are going to touch the floor next to you. Make sure your ankles are over your knees and your low back is on the floor. Now roll side to side or rock side to side if you like a little bit. Otherwise, hold at the center. Good. Take one breath in at your center. And exhale, rest into Shavasana. Just let your legs go out to the corners of your mat. And as you're setting up, if you'd like that blanket again, you can drape it over top of your body just to keep you a little bit warm here as an option. With your arms next to you, let your palms face upward. Inhale, fill your body up with breath, and on your exhale, relax your chest, relax your breath. And Shavasana is a full surrender and rest, so allow your eyes to close. Relax your jaw so that your top and bottom teeth are not touching. Relax your eyebrows, your forehead. And here, there's no muscles to be strengthened. There's no muscles to be stretched. No joints to become more mobile. Just you in a full rest. Not you as a human doing, you as a human being. For the next 2 minutes, we'll embrace the stillness and the silence together. I'll tell you when the time is up. So right now, you can just settle in. Let your mind go where it goes. And let your breath and body be easy. Keep your eyes closed and your body relaxed. And start to walk your feet in so that your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. And roll to your right side into a fetal position, as if you're sleeping. Press all the way up from there. Come to a seated position, facing the front of your mat with your eyes closed. On your inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. Like you're pulling in your practice, bring it down to your chest center so you can take it with you. And especially so you can share it with others. Thumbs to your forehead center, draw your chin towards your chest. And that's a gesture of gratitude. I invite you to take a moment to recognize yourself for being here today. Acknowledge yourself and others that may have made that happen as well. Wonderful job, you guys. Thank you, thank you. You can open your eyes. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. This is great flow. So this will be recorded through Coppermine Racquet and Fitness. This will be recorded and put onto their YouTube. So if you want to do this flow again, it's there for you, and I'll link it onto my website as well. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Namaste.
Thanks, Lindsay.